Hi, I want to talk to you about Dogecoin, or Dogecoin as some people call it, because of course it has that picture of the dog. And it's a really interesting one because I think it's really captured people's imagination. You know, there's this thing, it's like almost like it's the people's coin. Because if you think about it, the whole point of the whole decentralized cryptocurrency world is that there is no centralized something or somebody who is like trying to control the masses or inflate or deflate or confiscate or whatever it is that the 1% are doing, or that we perceive that they are doing to us. And so you have Dogecoin, or Dogecoin, which is basically, literally, somebody did as a joke. If you look at the Bitcoin, it's open source. So somebody basically took the programming and created Dogecoin as a joke, and it was a coin. And the reason that I think people like it, apart from, I don't know, it's just good branding to have this really cute dog on it, is the fact that nobody actually is involved. I mean, literally, it doesn't have any programmers. If you think about Ethereum, there are thousands of programmers around the world that are helping with Ethereum. Who's doing Dogecoin? I mean, I would be surprised if there was a handful of people basically doing it. I'd be surprised if that was the case, right? It's just left to go. And the one thing that you do need to know about it is that people say, well, what's the use case of it? Well, there isn't really a use case, apart from if the use case is transferring value or money or currency from one wallet to another. So there is a use case in the sense that you can send it and you can exchange it with other coins. So there is a use case in that sense, but it doesn't have things maybe like smart contracts like Ethereum or other things, sure. And the other thing that you need to know is probably that 50%, around 50% of all the Dogecoin is actually in just a few wallets, something like 12 to 13, 14, maybe 15 different wallets. So if they all decided to sell suddenly, there'd be a massive crash in the market. Apart from that, the reason that people really like Dogecoin is just because it is massively volatile. Just over the last few weeks, it's gone up hundreds of percent. And of course, people think, wow. And it's like people are like, oh, there's Dogecoin. Then they'll forget about it for a few months. And then there's Dogecoin again. So it's caught the imagination, I think, of the masses, even the Elon Musks who started tweeting about it. And that's why it started really coming back again into our conscious mind. You know, Elon Musk saying Dogecoin, you know, and then suddenly he goes Bitcoin, right? And then the SEC is like, it's really clever because the SEC is like, oh, you talked about Bitcoin, and then you bought Bitcoin. So what you were actually looking to do, actually he bought Bitcoin before, right? He bought Bitcoin and then said Bitcoin on his tweet. And then Bitcoin went up and he made a lot of money through it. But he can now say, I didn't do that because I did the same with Dogecoin. I'd said Dogecoin, I didn't buy any, right? And then I bought some Bitcoin, I went Bitcoin. But that doesn't mean I do it every time because look, I just mentioned Dogecoin and that went up, but I didn't buy any. So there's all these games going on all around the place. Look, summary is this. Bottom line, Dogecoin is pure speculation. There's no real driving force behind it that is looking to improve on it, make it better, make it adoptable, have applications on it. And doesn't seem to be a real use case apart from the obvious one, which is that you could buy and sell it and exchange for other coins and be able to send it to other people. For a coin to get into the public psyche like this, yes, with some help from people like Elon Musk, etc., and other people now, and it seems to be the cool thing to be jumping on board, which, by the way, in itself does give it some value. In reality, the only reason something has value, like money or gold, is because we say it does. And so if everybody thinks that it is valuable, it suddenly becomes valuable, right? But me personally, do I own any? No, I don't. Do I regret owning some? Sure, when it up a couple of 100%, of course I regret a little bit, but would I buy any? And the answer is no. If it fell by 70%, would I buy any? No, I wouldn't. It's not an investment. It's pure speculation and gambling, hoping that this thing, which has no real use case or people behind driving it, making it better, improving it, doing joint ventures with other ecosystems, there's none of that. And so therefore, I wouldn't touch it at all. And if you made some money on it, well done, congratulations, you were lucky. And if you lost money, honestly, it was a 50-50. Because the people that are getting in now, when it's so high, in my opinion, they are going to lose a lot of money. Because, like they say, in a bull market, when the tide is up, even shit floats. But when the tide goes down, you will see who's not wearing any trousers. And personally, and this is just my opinion, I think Dogecoin is just fun. It's fun, enjoy it. If you want to hold some, but don't do it as an investment. It's not an investment. It's a pure gamble and speculation. You know, I'm always coming from that point of view, aren't I, in terms of strategy and rules, etc. And if you just bought it just without strategy and rules, then you are doubly in trouble. So I hope that helped. I hope it cleared up a little bit about Dogecoin.